Hey folks, it is. I should probably pull the. There we go. Hey folks, it's Tim. It's Tim Wood. It is Friday afternoon. Uh, so welcome to an abbreviated version of Ranger Nation Radio presented by AFC Urgent Care this week. Uh, so Bill Bryant is a little under the weather, as am I. So I'm going to be flying solo this week. We've got some season end results for many teams. A few teams heading to the playoffs. We'll talk a little bit about that. And Got a great interview coming at you a little later with cross country runner Freddy Coleman, which you won't want to miss. So appreciate everybody, all the support as usual. Huge thank you to the folks at AFC Urgent Care. We'll talk a little bit more about the Player of the Week and all that they're doing in terms of the Player of the Week awards this year. But I guess place to start, no better place to start than well, let me see. Let's start with girls volleyball. So girls volleyball, as you saw the broadcast last week, they beat the North Middlesex Patriots 3-1 in their regular season home finale. Samantha Dreend led the Rangers with 15 kills, 12 service points, and 3 aces. Jillian McCoy had 18 digs and 9 kills. Megan Levesque had 9 kills. What am I trying to say here? Oh, yes. Sorry. Rosalie Nunez had recorded 9 blocks and 4 aces, and Katie McDonald had 33 assists. So the Rangers will be heading to number 7 Reading later today. They will be playing Reading, Rangers, the 10th seed in the Division One North girls volleyball playoffs. They're headed to Reading to play in the first round of the playoffs today. So good luck to the Rangers, and they will be bringing some extra special news with them, as their coach Matt Toomey was named the MVC1 Coach of the Year earlier today. Breaking news from the Methuen High School athletic department and AD Matt Curran. Toomey led his team on the road for 16 consecutive games, won 11 matches, earned a trip to the state tournament, and also earned win number 200 in his career this fall. And we were fortunate enough to speak to Coach Toomey right after win 200. Let's take a look at that.
We're here with Matt Toomey. Matt, first of all, congratulations on 200 career wins.
Thank you. Thank you
talk
very much.
about the win tonight, the environment, everything, what it means to you?
Yeah, it's been great to be back home. We have the best fans around, man. They've really come out in force, and it's been nice to see. It really makes for an electric environment. I think we rose to the occasion. 3-1 back home after a long road trip. So I'm really happy for the girls. I'm really happy for the way they played.
Nice. On a personal note, 200 wins in the MVC. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. Can you just talk about kind of what that means to you and what you've done here for us?
Yeah, it definitely means a lot. Being in the MVC, we play what I think is the toughest competition, in the state, and we beat up on each other so much year round. To get 200 wins in this league, to me, is a good accomplishment. But it doesn't happen without any of the girls whatsoever. They come in here, they work so hard, they're ready to play all the time. But it means a lot to me to be, to win the 200 here at Methuen, as a former Methuen student, as a former Methuen player. It means a lot to me to be here, winning 200 games for this program.
Nice. And we're not done yet, but can you talk about the 5 seniors and what they've meant for this program this year, you as a coach and whatnot?
Yeah, the seniors this year have been so resilient all year long. It's really difficult to get on a bus 16 times and get out there and then have to drive home after games, finish homework and things like that. They've been great leaders all year long. They really had a bad taste in their mouth after last year, not making the tournament, missing it by 1 game. They kind of pledged to each other that they were definitely going to go back this year, and they had some big signature wins along the way of getting there. And the seniors have been huge for us. Great leadership, great kids, student athletes in every sense of the word. So they're truly going to be missed next year.
Awesome. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Matt Toomey, he of the girls volleyball team at MHS. Again, huge congratulations to Coach Toomey the whole program for 200 wins under Coach Toomey and the coaches. Just a phenomenal atmosphere. If you were watching last Thursday night, we broadcasted the volleyball match live. Again, you can watch that on demand on the Merrimack Valley Live. Used to be the Loop Weekly TV channel, but we've renamed it the Merrimack Valley Live channel. You can watch that on YouTube. Watch that on Facebook on the Ranger Nation radio page. So huge congratulations to the volleyball team, and we'll be checking those results tonight, hoping for a big win. So I want to talk some football. Tough loss for the Rangers. Rangers are in a little bit of a slide. They're now 4-3 after a 36-14 loss to the Lawrence Lancers. Lancers beat the Rangers in an effort to get into the number 8 seed in the playoffs. Lancers came just short of the number 8 seed. Lost out on points to Lexington, who will be heading to play Central Catholic this weekend. In the game, Jacob Tamayo, 157 passing yards, TD, 115 rush yards, 3 TDs. So 4 TDs overall for Tamayo. Not a ton of phenomenal results for the Rangers in this game. Anthony Romano was a beast. Got the Rangers to within 14-6 with a pick 6, but from there the Lancers took over the game in the second half and ended up cruising to a 36-14 win. So 4-3 now. Rangers are looking for a spark, looking for an identity, looking to come back off of what was a very difficult losses in terms of losing Matt Martino, losing Connor Bryant, their quarterback. Now they've got to lean on JP Munoz. They've got to lean on Joe Ganji to kind of split the quarterback responsibilities. Kareem Coleman has really stepped up in terms of wide receiver, double duty on defense. Zach Bergeron has stepped up in the running back spot. A lot of reason to believe in this Ranger squad, even though they've finished the MVC season on a 3-game skid. And they will get another shot. They will be playing Saturday. They will be playing a team they've played before. They played Andover. They will be facing the Golden Warriors at Andover. They lost 28-0 at home. It was homecoming and a very, very unfortunate one for the Rangers as Josh Ramos, BB Ramos, was a beast in that game. So listen, Andover has a lot of weapons. There's no doubt about it. Scotty Brown, they've found a spark plug in the freshman quarterback who has come in, not out of injury, but just as a new look for Coach E.J. Perry. Victor Harrington is still getting some snaps at quarterback. He's getting some play on defense as well. He had an interception in last week's game. But Scotty Brown has been their spark plug. Michael Slayton has been gigantic on defense and had a huge receiving game for Andover against Lowell. Andover's now they're 5-3. The graphic's wrong. We pulled that before the Lowell game, but they ended up beating Lowell 19-14 on a miracle 43-yard run by Brown to end the game. It was one of those things you had to be there to believe. So Andover coming in on a high for sure. They're 5-3. Rangers 4-3, struggling to find what the identity of this team is right now. A lot of incredible players, a lot of talent under head coach Tom Ryan, but struggling on the energy side and struggling to find where to head and where to find those spark plugs in those big moments. So they will need they'll need some folks to step up. It was 28-0, but I mean the Rangers had a lot of chances in that game. So we will see Saturday at Andover. Um, Good tickets available, folks. It's gonna be a typical fall day, not as breezy as today on Friday, but should be in the mid 50s from what we're hearing, and certainly nice to see the sun. Should be at least sunny out there. So um, get out and root on your Rangers. Um, by seed, this would be an upset, but in terms of where the Rangers were earlier this season, um, you know, there's no doubt MHS has the talent to pull off this win. So we will see what Coach Ryan, his staff, and the team can deliver against Andover. So let's let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We will take a quick break and come back at you right after the break here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. Big shout out to the folks at AFC Urgent Care, Lisa Williams and her team over there. AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. You'll never need an appointment. Got that persistent cough and cold, that cut that needs a few stitching, or need a sports physical and don't want to wait weeks to get into your primary doctor? AFC's streamlined approach helps you be seen quickly and feel better fast. In Methuen, in the Merrimack Street Medical Professionals Building, 380R Merrimack Street, in North Andover as well, in the Burton Grill Plaza, 8 to 8 Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday and Sunday. Go to afcurgentcare.com for more details. From a leaky faucet to a 10-story building, Canaan and Percone Plumbing and Heating can handle it all. From the pipes to the ducts, ensure the life of your property. AC, kitchen and bathroom remodeling, water heaters and boilers, sprinkler systems, you name it, Billy, Canaan, Tom Percone, and their crew can handle it all. Call them at 978-685-0880 or go online to CananPerconePlumbingandHeating.com. Canaan Percone, huge supporters of Ranger Nation Radio. Back here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. All right, let's get through some of these other results now. Field hockey. Unfortunately, the Rangers ran up against a tough team, a well-known foe. One of the two regular season losses, and they fell in the first round of the playoffs to the Central Catholic Raiders on October 30th. Rangers earned the 8th seed in the Division I North playoffs and faced off against number 9 Central Catholic. After a hard-fought effort in the drizzly rain Wednesday, the Rangers fell 2-1. Olivia London scored mid to late second half goal with an assist from Claudia Crow. Izzy Putnam had a phenomenal game in net, tallying 20 saves, and Peyton Patisse added a huge defensive save to keep the Rangers right in the game. So a phenomenal season for Coach Kristen Swales and the Rangers program. They finished the season 12-3-3. Just a huge congratulations. Been a pleasure to watch this team. Claudia Crow ends as the team goal leader, 23 goals for the season, 2 assists after the October 30th game. Which need to update that graphic. But as you see, a number of players on the Rangers with multiple goals on the season, a number of contributors, even if they weren't scoring goals, as Coach Swales has told us time and time again, just a huge effort put forth by this team, and just a great thing to be watching over the course of this season. So huge congratulations to the Rangers on the 12-3-3 finish. So swimming and diving, they just listen. We mentioned this last week. They just continue to impress. They won, and really, what at one time looked like an improbable MVC title, but they pulled it off with a 99-79 win over Lowell on October 24th. Kira Donahue with 4 wins. the 50 free, the 100 free in individuals, and then the 200 and 100 relays. Callie Delano also had 4 wins, 200 intermediate, 100 breaststroke individually, and then the 200 medley and 400 free relays. Caleb Calavan won the diving event. Katie Lefebvre won the 100 butterfly, the 200 medley, and were part of the 200 medley and 400 free relay teams. Sam Camacho won the 200 medley and then was part of the 200 free relay, part of both relays, the 200 medley and 200 free. Ava Facella won the 200 and 400 free relays and the 100 back, and then Callie Lakevold won the 500 free. So just a huge victory for the Rangers. They will compete, I believe, this weekend. If I have my information correct, I believe they will compete this weekend in the individual events, if anybody's out there watching and can confirm that. But from what I see, yes, they will be competing this weekend. So good luck to the Rangers as they compete in the individual MVC championships. So what else do we have here? Boys soccer. Hey, boys soccer ended on a huge positive note. They ended their season with a 2-0 win over Tewksbury. Mahmoud Kesmi and Kember Lima scored the goals for the Rangers. Caleb Agbo with the assist, and Tasir Karasi also assisted. Ethan Donahue recorded his first career shutout for the Rangers. So congratulations to Ethan. That's Kira's brother. And listen, Henry Morin and the program, they're headed in the right direction. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And a great way to end the season with a 2-0 victory over Tewksbury. On the girls' soccer side, again, ending the season with a win. They finished the season with a 1-0 win over Greater Lowell on October 29th. That was preceded by a 4-0 win over Medford on October 28th. So winning ways to end the season for the Rangers. In the Greater Lowell game, Brooke Tardugno scored on an assist from her older sister Stephanie. Stephanie Hendrick recorded 6 saves for the Rangers. In the Medford win, the 4-0 win, Brooke Tardugno again 2 goals. Bellacchini and Emily Donovan each scored a goal apiece for the Rangers. Now the Rangers, the girls soccer program, finished the season 6-10-1 with 14 points, nearly double last year's total. So huge congratulations to the girls soccer program for ending their season on a winning note. All right, let us take one more quick break here. We have gotten through all the individual events. We want to tell you one more thing just in terms of the Rangers. Huge shout out to we had the pleasure of a longer discussion with him as one of our extended interviews, and congratulations to Zach Alfonso, who was named to the All MVC second team in golf. So congratulations to Zach for that honor, and just a great season overall for the Rangers golf program under head coach Jason Sims. All right, let's take a quick break. We will come back at you, talk a little cross country, talk a little bit about the AFC Ranger Nation Radio Player of the Week, and we'll get to our extended interview of the week as well. We'll do that right after the break here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. Big shout out to the folks at AFC Urgent Care, Lisa Williams and her team over there. AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. You'll never need an appointment. Got that persistent cough and cold, that cut that needs a few stitching, or need a sports physical and don't want to wait weeks to get into your primary doctor? AFC's streamlined approach helps you be seen quickly and feel better fast. In Methuen, in the Merrimack Street Medical Professionals Building, 380R Merrimack Street, in North Andover as well, in the Burton Grill Plaza, 8 to 8 Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday and Sunday. Go to afcurgentcare.com for more details. It's a dream to own your own business, and Val and Susan Davila made that a reality in February 2013. They started with just 2 insurance carriers, but now right-in-place insurance for Progressive, Safeco, Pilgrim, Plymouth Rock, and MAPFRE, just to name a few. Need auto insurance, renters, commercial, or home? I just asked Val and his crew to find me a better auto and home insurance deal, and he connected me with Plymouth Rock, where I'm saving more than 40% over my previous insurance. Now, your results may vary, but give Davila and DeFusco a try. They pride themselves on having lifelong roots in the Merrimack Valley. Put their experience to work for you. Visit them at 225 Broadway or call 978-241-7950 for a free quote, or check them out at daviladefusco.com. If you're looking for the freshest food with the fastest service in the valley, look no further than Country Kitchen. Country Kitchen has been the breakfast spot of choice for Methuenites for more than 4 decades. Lynn, her son Eric, and the entire team at Country Kitchen continue to serve breakfast favorites with the friendliest service around. Eric's lunch specialties change daily, anything from American chop suey to meatloaf, chicken pot pie, local faves like chicken barbs, to a Friday seafood menu that features haddock fish and chips that, trust me folks, it is the best in the Merrimack Valley, if not all of New England. Whether you're a regular or a first-time guest, the crew at Country Kitchen can't wait to see you. Come check them out today. They are in the heart of downtown, 18 Hampshire Street in Methuen. Check them out online on Facebook at The Country Kitchen on Facebook. The fastest service in the valley. Country Kitchen, a proud supporter of Ranger Nation Radio and the sponsor of the Methuen Rangers football report on MVC Gridiron Weekly. Back here on Ranger Nation Radio, Friday afternoon, a sunny Friday afternoon. Tim Wood flying solo on this week's edition, an abbreviated edition this week, slightly abbreviated, not tremendous, but hey, as we mentioned, just want to give a shout out. Actually, already got my fish for lunch today at Country Kitchen. They're open till 7 p.m. today. Get over there, seriously. It is the best. I'm a haddock fanatic, as somebody called me when I was pitching this before. But I am. I love fish and chips, and especially haddock. And Country Kitchen has easily the best around. And best I've really ever had. Eric Perry is just a maestro when it comes to cooking the fish and chips for just and the portions for $12.99. I mean, seriously, you would just not get a better fish and chips experience. So huge shout out to Country Kitchen. All right, so want to tell you about the cross country team. They finished a strong 4th in the MVC championships, a big improvement from last year. Xavier Mutevier finished 3rd, Freddy Coleman finished 11th, and Mitchell Crow finished 17th. The girls also performed well in the MVCs. Miana Caraballo finished 25th in the girls' open race. Emily Charest finished 35th, and Laura Breu finished 43rd. And then the freshmen really finished strong in the freshman-sophomore meet this year. Among the top finishers, Davin Indeglia finished 3rd in the freshman-sophomore meet. Liam Doherty finished right behind, and Henry Bakuti Ortiz finished 24th for the boys. Ariana Castiello finished 14th. Elise Anderson finished 16th. And Julia Gordon-Smith finished 27th for the girls cross-country team. So a huge congratulations there. And I want to tell you, just in terms of it leads us right into the AFC Urgent Care Player of the Week. Each week, AFC Urgent Care gives $100 to the Methuen All Sports Booster Club in the name of this week's winner. And this week's winner, as we were just talking cross country, is none other than Freddie Coleman. So Freddie Coleman, just a phenomenal effort in the NBC Championships, has been besting himself in terms of personal records all throughout the season. Made a huge jump up as a sophomore this year. A huge positive for Coach Kevin Alliette and the Rangers. So congratulations to Freddie Coleman, the AFC Urgent Care Ranger Nation Radio Player of the Week. AFC will donate $100 in Freddie's name to the Methuen All Sports Booster Club. Now, and then also just want to tell you, here's a look at all of this season's winners thus far. Just a overall phenomenal list of athletes there. Connor Bryant, Claudia Krogh, Xavier Metevier, and Miana Carabello, Sam Dreend, Kira Donahue, and now Freddie Coleman. So huge congratulations. And speaking of one Freddie Coleman, we were lucky enough to catch up with him this week before we named him the AFC Urgent Care Player of the Week. But we lucky enough to catch up with him. And let's talk to him now. Freddie Coleman from the boys cross country team. All right, we are talking with Freddie Coleman from the Rangers cross country team, the track program overall here on Ranger Nation Radio. Freddie, I really appreciate you joining us today.
No problem.
Been a rainy week. I think when I think of cross country, quite honestly, these are the days that I think about, just in terms when I ran cross country, and then just seeing runners, out in the rain, out in the snow, out like it's there's nothing that holds you guys back.
There's nothing at all. We're a great team.
Do you I don't think anybody enjoys being in this weather, but is there anything about this weather that makes it more fun in terms of running in?
Oh, I mean, running in the rain is pretty fun to me, but not everyone likes it. But when we're done, we're all sweaty and hot, and it just feels good to wash it off,
Absolutely. Do you get more honks from the drive passers-by in the rain, like good for you, or get out of my way, or not wanting to splash you?
Yeah.
So tell me just overall in terms of how you're feeling about this cross country season. We'll get into specific results, but your improvement, the team's improvement's definitely been there. What have you seen from the team this fall?
I've seen that the team they well improved. They're very well improved, and they're a great team. They push me, and I can't thank my coach enough, because he's pushed me through my toughest limits, and yeah, he's pushed me through a lot of things.
What is, for those who don't run as much or competitively, what are those limits? Is it cramping? Is it just overall fatigue? Respiratory? What is it in terms of those obstacles you got to overcome?
What do you mean?
Just is it in terms of pushing you to a next level? When you hit kind of that wall, is it more physical? Is it more mental? A little bit of both.
Kind of both, yeah.
In terms of injuries, have you had to face any kind of nagging injuries?
Yes, I have. I never had crutches or anything, but just when I walk around, I feel the soreness. Both of my hips started to hurt this season.
And is it? Do you have to? Is it resting it? Is it running through it? How do you handle that? How do you manage it?
Kind of a mixture of running through it and icing it, when I'm at home doing nothing.
Yep. Um, we're talking to Freddy Coleman here on Ranger Nation Radio. Um, like who are like tell me a little bit about individual teammates and like who pushes you, who you know who you're competitive against just within the team. Tell me a little bit about your teammates.
My teammates are a great bunch. They love to have fun. We love to work hard, and I say the person who pushes me the most is Xavier Mativier. He's a senior now, and he's the number one guy on our team, and I feel like he pushes me through a lot, and he's just a great teammate to have and a great friend to have.
He's I mean, and he's a great example of you know, Coach Alliette. You know, we talked to Xavier last year on the show, and he's kind of in your spot, quite honestly. Kind of in the middle of some pretty big growth and big things expected, and he's lived up to it for sure. Do you kind of look at just his training and his attitude as an example?
I do.
How? Tell us just in terms of what you need to do to be competitive. Is such an individual thing in terms of knowing your own body, but tell us in terms like how does that, and I ask this a lot of like golfers and tennis players and those sports that you may not think of as a team. How do you take that sort of individual push and how does that translate to being a team?
Well, what you got to do is, if you're like in that position where like you're in pain, you feel like you can't do it, you just got to put your mind to it and say, you know what, I can do this. Because it's mental, it's mostly mental and less physical.
And do you find yourselves kind of picking each other up, whether it's like literally on the course? I mean, the courses a lot of times, like, you know, you guys kind of go out of sight in terms of, you know, and it's just you and other runners out there. Do you find yourselves, you know, just pushing each other on the course itself?
Always.
Yeah. Can you give us an example of like a low spot where your teammates picked you up?
There was one time where we were doing a workout and I was feeling a lot of pain. It was, my legs hurt like hell and my mental spot wasn't there. Then my teammates just kept telling me, Freddy, you can do this. We're almost there. And then I just put my mind to it. I'm just like, you know what? I can do this. And I just did it.
Do you what got you into running? Like, when did you start running? And when did you start thinking about it competitively?
I would have to say 2 years ago in cross country is when I started a race, because my first season was an outdoor and I wasn't there yet. Like, I didn't have that mind spot of pushing through pain and stuff, because I was just starting. But then once I started to do it more, I started to, push through stuff and start competing more.
And just found yourself loving it more and more in terms of just the adrenaline and just the results you were seeing, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. In terms of where you are on the team and the growth you've shown, typically we talk to a lot of seniors in terms of these extended interviews, so it's pretty cool to talk to an underclassman and with growth still ahead of you. Like a lot of these guys, it's like they're in their twilight. They're kind of like in reflective mode at this point, and kind of putting on that last push where you still got a lot of growth ahead of you.
Exactly.
Tell us just the growth from last year to this year, and what you've seen from yourself and what you've seen just in the team results.
I feel like it's age-wise, because I feel like when you get older, the more stronger you get. And that's when you start making new goals for yourself, new times that you can get, PRs.
And you've had a lot of that this year. I mean, you've got, I mean, you've had some big finishes this fall.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got some big races ahead of you. You, in terms of what you've seen from the team this fall, is it just kind of contagious in terms of being at the front of the pack?
Yes.
Do you is it how do, like, tell us the different, like, when like last year, for instance, and you're seeing guys in front of you, and you're seeing guys running at a different level, and you want to get there, but you're not, like you said, physically, you maybe not grow, like,
Yeah.
how is that now, like, just knowing that you can, what is it like knowing that you can be in that pack now?
It feels great. It's a great feeling, and it just pushes me harder, makes me a better runner.
Tell us, one of the things Coach Alliott said in terms of just talking about you, never complains, sees value in everything he does to improve his running, has a strong, supportive family that hasn't missed a meet yet. Tell us just about your family, about your parents. A little shout out for the parents.
My parents are amazing people. I love them to death, and I couldn't thank them enough for supporting me and doing all of this just for me, just for my running career, for my school career. I just love them to death.
It's a lot, right? I mean, the time commitment. It's not just you. It's the whole family is kind of committed to this, right?
Exactly.
That's awesome. So you're a lifelong Methuen guy?
Yes.
Where'd you go to elementary and middle school?
I went to the Marsh Grammar School.
Nice. And middle school?
Yes.
Timothy? Or just straight up through at the Marsh?
Throughout the Marsh.
Nice. So you're making the transition now to, as the cross country season winds down, you're going to be running an indoor track?
Yes.
Tell us just that difference in terms of just the footing and the surface itself, and making that adjustment and how your body adjusts.
So for cross country, I mean, the start of the season, I wasn't used to the footing at all, because it was all track and all laps and stuff. I wasn't, like, my mom wasn't on courses yet.
Yeah.
But then when I started running, like, dirt, grass, and all that, and I don't know, once you get more into the season, you get used to it.
But so now you're going to be making a transition to that, I don't even know what the surface is called indoors, but I mean, it's definitely a different feel in terms of the footing. I mean, what is that? What goes into you making that transition from the fall to the winter?
It's mostly because I'm just ready for, like, during the season, like, I'll be ready to run on a track. Like, if I run too much courses and stuff, I'm just ready for track. And then I'll run track for a few practices, and then getting used to it, I'll get better with the footing.
Is it a lighter stride in terms of just the surface that you're running on inside, or is it a different kind of sneaker that you're, different kind of running shoe that you're wearing, or like what are those kind of adjustments that are made?
Well, I would put on, I'd usually go to Whirlaway to get new running shoes, like
Shout out
the
to
ones I
Whirlaway.
have now.
Love the Whirlaway people, right?
Yeah, they're great people. And most of them are runners too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The whole family are like not just runners; they're acclaimed runners.
Yeah.
The Kazanjans. So in terms of, is it a different material in the shoe to adjust to the different surface?
Yes.
Is it different in terms of the impact on the body, and are the injuries that you typically face in the fall a little different than what you'd feel in the winter indoors?
Getting new shoes, it's just your feet start to get, I mean, you're getting into a new shoe, so like my feet will start to get sore from like the first day having them, but then I just keep running in them, and I just get used to them, and that's when I start to love them.
So Freddy is the 2019 Outdoor Freshman Sophomore MVC Meet Mile Champion and the Indoor Champion. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And right now, your PR is 4:41 in the mile.
Yes, 4:43.
4:43. Okay. All right. Well, talk to Coach. Coach wrote it as 4:41, so maybe you guys can meet in the middle. Tell us about Coach Alliette and the coaching staff in general, and just how they support and push you guys.
They are Coach Alliette. I've been running with for this is my second year running with him, and he is a great guy. He has a great personality, and I love him as a coach. I love him as a person. I love to talk to him when I need to. He's just a great guy, and I couldn't ask for a better coach.
And he's done it all, right? So it's not like you're getting somebody who hasn't run it or hasn't played the sport before and is just coaching it. You can kind of rely on the fact that he's been through it all, right?
Yeah.
Still trying to go through it. I mean, like, does he does he challenge you guys in practice? Like in terms, like is he running with you?
Sometimes, but for workouts, we usually be in the infield with a stopwatch.
All right. So, so there's not like let's beat the old man sort of mentality. Have you ever had a chance to run against him?
Yeah, and like some of the road races I have.
And what was did you beat him?
Only once, but he wasn't racing that.
All right. He's still got a little in the motor, right? He's a
fun dude.
One of our favorite people. So I kid because I care. He's just good people. So Freddy, again, appreciate the time. You're gonna be competing in Saturday's MSTCA Coaches Invitational in Rentham. Then you've got the Eastern Mass Divisional meet coming up a week from Saturday. You were 11th at the MVC meet, second sophomore overall, 44 seconds better than last year.
Yes.
Is that even better than you were expecting of yourself?
Yeah, that's better than I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean that's phenomenal. That's incredible growth. Before we let you go, just since you've taken the time to talk to us, I mean, shout outs to family, shout outs to friends. To folks that have helped you through the years, and any shout outs you want to throw out there? Any shout outs?
I did run for another team. It's called New England Elite.
Yep.
And that was a team I ran for before high school. And I just want to thank them because they have a great coach too, and he's pushed me also. He's gotten me. Him and Alliette have gotten me to this point, and I'm very proud of them.
Awesome. How about friends and family? Any teachers you want to shout out?
I just love my family. I love them, and I want to thank my teachers for just, like helping me keep my grades up. And I know they would do anything to help me.
You still got a couple years ahead of you. Any thoughts on college or career at this point, or are you just kind of taking it in stride, pun intended?
I'm just looking to get a scholarship to a college. Like one day when I'm a senior and I run a good race, I hope like colleges are looking at my growth and they decide to take me in.
All right. So you mentioned you watch the Patriots, you watch baseball with your family, your parents, yeah. Jen and Fred. You got a younger sister who's 13. What's her name?
Kylie.
And does she go to the Marsh now too, or?
Yeah, she's in her 8th grade at the Marsh right now.
Nice. So you're gonna have a couple years at the high school with her. What's that gonna be like?
It's gonna feel different, because I might have to show my sister around the building, and that probably won't be that fun, but she'll get used to the building.
There you go. Yeah, My son is a junior at the high school, and he was blown away. I mean, you got to be blown away the first couple weeks you're there, right? You're like, but quick adjustment, and everybody's kind of cool in terms of pointing you in the right direction, right?
Exactly.
Other TV? Are there any other TV shows that you watch outside of the sports?
Not really. I used to watch Netflix a lot.
Oh yeah. Any favorite shows on Netflix?
I used to love Supernatural and The Vampire Diaries.
No kidding. Why? Just the drama of it all, or?
Yeah, I just like watching spooky shows.
Nice. Good.
Just my
And we're
thing.
talking on Halloween, so that's perfect, right?
Exactly.
I mean, is this like in terms of the spooky? Is this like do you like make extra effort to watch spooky films this time of year?
I do. Me and my dad watched it like one night before
Oh
I meet.
no! Chapter 1,
Yeah,
not the old one, like the new one, right?
yeah, the new one.
Oh man, I cannot do it. I'm sorry. Like my son's a huge spooky film guy, and that Pennywise just I mean since the original one came out when I was in school, I can't do it. I mean, tell me how you do it in terms of just putting up with that creep factor.
I don't know. I just have a thing for scary stuff. I mean, during October, I just like to do a lot of spooky things. I like to go to Scream Fest at Canopy. I like to go to Spooky World.
Where's
I
Spooky
go
World?
out.
I know Scream Fest, but
It was in Litchfield.
oh nice. Recommend it for sure.
Yeah, very well recommended.
Nice. All right. And like I've been trying to. Like like we loved Haunting. Have you watched Haunting a Hill House?
No, I've heard of it.
Oh, you got to try it, man. If you're into the spooky, like it's a Netflix show, and the guy Mike Flanagan, who's the director, he's actually from here. He's from the area, and he directed Doctor Sleep, the new the Shining sequel that's
really?
coming out. Yeah, he's insane. That show is phenomenal. But so like I tried to watch Have you ever watched The Shining?
Not yet. I
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah. I tapped out. I tapped out about 40 minutes in. I was just nope, can't do it. So, God bless you if you can. All right. Well, happy Halloween to you.
Thank you. You too.
Again, really appreciate the time and good to get to know you. Good to get for the audience to get to know you. We obviously see the results and are rooting you on, but good to get to know the runners behind the numbers here. So congratulations and just best of success this weekend and moving forward.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, that's Freddie Coleman. We'll talk to him. All right, that's Mr. Freddie Coleman. Great job by the sophomore over at MHS. All right, that's our show for this week, folks. Again, huge thanks to Freddie Coleman, to Matt Curran, to Kevin Alliott for setting up that interview. Really appreciate it. It was cool just at the end talking spooky stuff with him, and we as you see, we did the interview on Thursday. We were gonna do the show last night, but again, a little under the weather and unshaven, and I do apologize for that today. Not usually like to do that, but don't like to shave when I'm not feeling well. So there is that. All right, folks. Some big things coming up as we mentioned. You got the Rangers girls volleyball team playing tonight against Reading. Watch the Methuen Athletic Department Twitter at Methuen Sports. Watch that for in-game details. And get out Saturday to Andover. It's 10 minutes away. I think the tickets are like $7, cheap in terms of seeing some good football. Go root your Rangers on. Again, it would be an upset in terms of ranking right now, but given the talent on the Rangers, it certainly can be done. So we'll be sending good vibes the Rangers' way to Coach Ryan and the whole team. Regardless, just a phenomenal season for the Rangers thus far. And so we'll be back at you next week. Listen, throughout the week, go to MethuenToday.com. You'll see we're going to be posting a lot of the senior day photos um, from all the different sports as the teams ended the season. A lot of different results and senior day photos that again AD Matt Curran posted on their Twitter, and we'll be breaking them up on MethuenToday.com. And again, anytime you want to watch old Ranger Nation shows, old interviews, the archive is on the Ranger Nation Radio Facebook page, but also you can see it on Merrimack Valley Live on YouTube, the Merrimack Valley Live channel. Please subscribe to that, and then Merrimack Valley Live, that is on YouTube, and then you can also you'll see the latest episodes on Methuen Today under the Ranger Nation Radio in the sports section. So we'll post them there as well. What else can I tell you? Oh yeah, one more reminder. Bryant, who is not with me today, but here in spirit. Again, huge thanks to AD Matt Curran, Principal Rich Barden, all the folks over at MHS, all the phenomenal coaches, the phenomenal student athletes. Follow us, like us, watch the show. Please let folks know, and listen, support us. If you're a small business, you can advertise on the show for as little as $50 a week, which will get you banners on MethuenToday.com and just a whole lot of promotion and supporting youth sports, supporting local journalism. It listen, I'm biased, but it's a pretty good deal. So, all right, till next week. Tim Wood saying thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next edition of Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now.